but no, like I think everybody knows who they are, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can go to therapy. I can go do this, I can go do that. But when we talking about me and my person, yeah, it's a little toxic. It's a little toxic, but it's a different type of toxic, right? I know
Yeah.
me enough, like I feel bad for anybody who try to talk to me and I'm really not interested in you. Because you're gonna feel every piece of me not being interested.
Yeah. Because
Because I'm
it's like you can't fake your way into that. Like either it is or it definitely is not.
yeah. Well, yeah, and I think that this is one thing I try to tell women. My female friends, don't run after no dude. If the
Mm-hmm.
dude don't approach you, just leave it alone. Because because you don't want a dude that's gonna settle for you because he's going to treat you in the whole relationship like he settled for you.
Like he doing you a favor.
Exactly. What
Mm-hmm.
you want is you want a dude that is pursuing you, who you can tell him no about a date several times, and he
Mm-hmm.
still come back. You want Steve Urkel. Like you want Steve Urkel. That's who you want. You want
Yeah.
I'm laying you down. And,
You
and,
like
and
on your head.
that's what you really should want. But I think
That's what we really do want is I think we become browbeaten
mhm.
by the majority of men who will approach you consistently, which are the men who just take that one shot and then if they don't get it, they move on. So it makes women feel as if like, well, damn, is that era just not existent anymore?
Not that era exists. We are well in that era. Because think about it like this. Okay. You could probably pull up your phone right now,
Mhm.
look in your DMs. Now, he's doing it. He's ain't doing it how you think he would do it. He complimenting you. He's doing light pursuit. He
He
going
said
he
like
going light pursuit. I'm going to heart that story. I'm gonna send hard eyes. I'm gonna send googly eyes. I'm gonna tell you how great you look. Oh, your birthday's coming up. Can I send you some flowers? Because I know you love flowers.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry. Well, to the young ladies whose DMs I'm in, yes.
No, parts of that are true.
But I'm not just gonna Google you to death, baby. Tell me that cash app.
Shut up.
No, my voice is still messed up, but we still rocking. But wait a second, let's do this intro part, right? Let's
Yes.
say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever you have to be joining us. This is GH2 George Hyde II, BKA Dr. Gascanman, and we are joined once again by the Miss Mona Lita. And
Hey.
we about to do some talking and stuff, but we're gonna keep talking for a second because I want to finish this.
Yes.
But no, like I think that as a guy, sometimes you don't want. I don't want. I don't want the little fawn. I want that elk. I want that elk who trying to. I got to run after a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the thing is that women got to understand is there's an art to playing hard to get.
Yeah.
Now you can't just blatantly reject me now. Like you can't just be blatantly rejecting me, being nasty, and think that I'm gonna keep pursuing you because that's a little weird and that's kind of corny on your part.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and if you think he's giving up, give him a little encouragement. Here's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I really want to take you out. I'm gonna take you out there. You know what? I would have really went with that if you would have went with this approach. You should try that next time. You know why? Because look, I'm an attaboy ass nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Sorry, I went to therapy today, so Heel George might pop back up, but this is Dr. Gascanman. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know this is Dr. Gascanman whole goddamn episode. But I like an attaboy. I'm an attaboy. Like yeah, like because I even making love with your lady. I'm a put my leg up. I want you. Yeah, tell me. Oh yeah, the whole time. Ooh, because I'm gonna get excited.
Communicate.
I'm like a little kid. I'm like ooh, got an attaboy.
It's just ooh.
Yeah, that keep you going. So I think that a problem with a lot of men though is our lack of communication skills will get us to where no, like your mom. This is how I know people who mama told them no, but never told them there's nothing wrong with a no. Because my mom used to tell me the worst thing a person will tell you is no. And she used to tell me a person needs to tell you no 3 times. She wasn't talking about sex, niggas. So we're not talking about rape over here.
Yeah.
But when you're talking to somebody and you're asking them something, you're conveying a message to them, 3 no's before you back down. And then guess what? I'm gonna come back with something else. I'm gonna come back and because I got to figure out because you might not be ready to go to dinner date, but you might be cool with just going out with me in public to go to Starbucks.
Honestly, you got me thinking. When is the last time? I'm honestly trying to remember the last time I was formally asked out on a date.
Formally asked out on a date. Dang.
2020?
He says,
2020.
2020. Damn.
2020.
Got you feeling like a 5 out here in these streets.
You get on my nerve. You get on Get on my nerve. It's like it's a lot of the things that I receive in my DMs on the regular, for one, because I do work out and I post it, is people trying to mask their lust for me and literally just the shell of my body and want to think that is a buy-in. Like, you're not asking me out to dinner. You're not giving me any inkling that you really want to get to know like the soul that God put in his body. So if you don't want to get to know that, then why do you feel like you should have access to even sit across the table to look at this? Like that's, I don't be shaking.
Snatch my soul. Oh, she snatched my soul. She said, why should you even be able to sit across the table? I went to glory.
I haven't always been you know what the lesson is, but do we all apply everything that we know is, what makes common sense? No. In certain situations, and I wrote about that in the what's the name, is like that blind optimism. Like just interacting with a man, hoping that if I am leading with my feminine energy, that his is going to kick in because he sees that I'm leaving a space for him to be the masculine one, and that I'm not going to bring up a date. I'm not going to bring up X, Y, and Z, or the talk of marriage and kids and all the things like that. They initiate that stuff. But it's interesting that they will initiate those things, but not the actual date.
well, I think it's like this. It's the rejection. So, like, I think that's what I said. That's how I know guys. So, guys who were raised to ask questions and who understand that no is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
When pursuing, because you might say no because you feel I'm not ready because I haven't taken enough time to really build a rapport with you to go on a date. But you enjoy the conversation we having. But sometimes guys will get so butthurt that they I'm just not gonna talk to her no more, man, because she don't want to talk to me, man. She don't want to play ball. No, she's playing ball because she's still having dialogue with you.
Yeah.
Like,
you can be ignored.
Like, yeah, man. Like if you sit there and had a dialogue with me and we dialogue for 2-3 hours, there's something there.
Yeah.
And I think you just got to get to that point. And I think that's the hard part for a lot of men. But it's hard. It's hard being a man. I try to tell people it's hard being a man. And it's hard being a man if you ain't healed. Like if you not healed, it's hard being a man. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
So okay. This little personal story. I didn't really want to go this deep, but I'm about to go this deep. So a couple weeks ago, I had an experience where I got really sick from something I did that I shouldn't have did, and thought I was about to die. Thought I was about to die, like, right? And I had no anxiety about it. Like, I was like, damn, I'm about to get up out of here. I said, well, let me just call the paramedics. Let me just call the paramedics. As long as somebody here with me, I can put my hand on their shoulder and I get up out of here. All right.
Yeah.
Now, sounds crazy, right?
Yeah. But
at that moment, I had a very introspective moment where I was thinking about everything that had been going on in my life. I've set up my estate plan to where I feel good to where if I go tomorrow, my kids is good.
That's good, yeah.
Like they good. So I'm like, they good. Ain't nobody gonna have no problems burying me. And I was like, you know, all of the things that as a man, when I went through the checklist in my head, I was at peace with. I was at peace with what I have done all the way up to age 37. And I said, if I'm up out of here, I'm up out of here. And it was a calmness that I had never felt before in my life. Well, after I ended up, you know, going through the situation and feeling better and healed and vomiting my guts out everywhere, and being okay. And you know, and they'd be like, "Hey, buddy, you're going to be okay.
You'll live.
You'll live. All right, great, thanks." I literally came back with like such a clarity about just what's next for me, and like, okay, this is what I got to do next. Da, da, da. And over the last 7 weeks, I've had no anxiety about the man shit that we struggle with. Because here's the problem with me. We're if you're in a millennial, if you're an older millennial, if you're an older millennial, I think I'm in the mid type deal on the millennial, because you know I'm 84. But the struggle is always about where are you compared to your peers. I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
And it feels good to say what I'm about to say, but I'm in the top 2 or 3%. So I'm really not worried about these motherfuckers. But I didn't know that until my friends told me where I was at. Until my friend said something. I didn't know that.
Because you're not able to see yourself how everybody else sees yourself and your accomplishments, all your goals, all that stuff like that.
Correct.
They witness it.
Correct. I took time off for the holidays. I was talking to my therapist. Me and my therapist hadn't seen each other for 4 months.
Okay.
And all my spare time for these last 4 months, any spare time I had, I've been with my family, or I was with my friends. I flew to Dallas to go see my friends, or my friends came to Orlando, or my friends came down here. So I've either been with my friends, I've been with my family, or I've been, you know, and also my kids. And because of that, I've gotten a new idea of what I look like and who I am, and who I am to my children, who I am to my friends, to the people I don't give a fuck about no more. I really just don't give a fuck about. Like, I'm at this weird point in life where, you know, you could be like, George, I want you to do this. And I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm not on that. So God bless you. Work that shit out on your own. And I will go on, like, I will go the fuck on. and if I don't want to talk to somebody, I just won't talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see you, I'll acknowledge you, and then I'm going about my business. And I don't have fake conversations no more. I'm not going to buy my time in conversations no more. But as a man, a lot of those pressures, I think men don't know how to communicate through that shit. And I think that a lot of our pressures are all what's going on in our head. But you got to always remember one thing. Nobody else can hear these conversations. Just you.
So audience of one.
Yeah. So you got to really, so sometimes you got to tell them, shut the fuck up and keep pushing. Because the moment I stop listening to all of the shit going on in my head, rattling around, well, what do you think they might think about if you do this? And because I'm a strategic person, what do you think they're going to do if they do this? What do you think they're going to do this? I stopped doing all that. Now I don't worry about that. I'm like, look, this is what the fuck I'm about to go do. So
you feel lighter?
I feel lighter. I feel so at peace to the point where I know it's scary when people talk to me and they ask me about all that I'm doing. And they're like, how the fuck are you getting all of this done?
Yeah.
And going to your job and being successful at your job. And now you trying to write books, you're trying to do podcasts, you're trying to help people with their podcasts, you running an eBay business, you got an Amazon business. Yeah, motherfucker. Like, we got time for all this shit if we really want to.
Facts.
If we really want to, we could do whatever the fuck we want. And like, the moment I got that epiphany, it's been like, oh,
because you freed up so much space in your mind and your mental that now you have the time and just the creative freedom to ideate about life.
Yeah, I don't need an hour to do none of that shit. I need like 15 minutes. That's the scariest shit. I can get more done in 15 minutes. I can literally be like literally, I sat down, I remember the day I read your thing for the for fake displays of affection. I read it. I was like, okay, boop, 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 boop. Typed out my questions and stuff. I said, oh, boop, I'm off that. All right. Then I went back to my little book, started back reading over it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rewrite this. Let me think about the story. So then I story lined out. I'm like, okay, boom, I got 7 chapters ready. I go, okay, boom, fuck that. Boom, now on this. Let me go on Alibaba. Okay, boom. What else I want to add? I'm gonna add this and I'm gonna sell this. All right, let me go ahead and pay for this. Boom, 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 boom. Did this. Boom, done. Throw that away. Okay, what I want to do? What I want to do a trip. I want to go to Dakar. Let me start looking at this price. Okay, boom. Oh, ain't ever let me pay for this on a plan? Boom, motherfucker. That first 15% down. Like, yo, and then like next thing I know, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh shit, I done paid my deposit for this trip to fucking Africa and did this and did that. And my kids are straight. I done did my stuff for my son to transfer schools to South Florida. I done did this. Like, oh shit, I'm fucking great.
He said, I'm out here. I'm doing my shit.
But this is stuff in the past that I would get so much anxiety and did nothing. And I think I just think sometimes I think we got to free ourselves up. We got to find the thing, because like my anxiety used to have me like, the thing that gives me the biggest anxiety, used to give me the biggest anxiety in life was dying.
Okay.
I don't have anxiety about that.
Experience made that dissolve for you.
Yeah. And then my only other anxiety I get now is from flying. But I literally have been on the plane. I was on a plane pretty frequently here, and it was no issues on the plane. I just hate takeoff. I hate takeoff. Yeah. And after I get off takeoff, I really don't give a damn. I'm walking around the plane. I flew to California for work. I was on the plane jamming, sitting there laughing, cracking jokes with random people. And it's like I stopped thinking about it, because I'm just like, look, this experience that we have is so awesome that even if, worst case scenario, you die on some random ass way, it does not take away from your experiences.
Exactly, because you still lived it, you still learned your lessons, you still impacted other people, you left your mark. Like, that doesn't erase
exactly
all of that.
So it does not, one bad day does not make this a shit existence. And the moment I got to that, I'm not gonna lie, I look for adversity to come my way now, because it just adds to my story. It is adds to my story. So now, you know, adversity can come and I can go broke tomorrow. So then when I glow right back up again, I'll be like, oh yeah, man, I done lost it, got it right back, doubled it up. Yeah, man. Call me Job. I'm out here.
You said I'm out here. Outside.
Yeah, I'm out here, man. I'm outside, motherfucker. Like, broke don't matter. Like, choose, like, you know, and I think that your view has to change. Once the view changes in your head, things really start to take off. And I just man, like, I tell people, man, get you a good therapist, get you a good, and if you Black, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, get you a Black therapist.
Black therapist. I need to get back in therapy. You're encouraging to get back in therapy.
Hey man, look, get in therapy because look, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Every time I used to have a white female therapist, they put me on meds. White male therapist put me on meds. I've been with a Black therapist now for the last 2+ years. No drugs. I haven't found my way back into an institution for a hell of a weekend or nothing like that. Yeah. And I've been able to process through a lot of the different pain and trigger. Like, if you sit there and talk to me now about all of the shit that was triggering me in past lives and stuff like that, shit's comedy for me, because I'm gonna laugh about it now, because I've been able to work through it. Yeah. And you know, and here's another thing, I don't hang around people that trigger me.
How did you learn to identify people that aren't a part of what happened in your past that created the triggers, but people that you come in contact with in the future or now? How do you identify that they will easily trigger you?
So my mother used to trigger the fuck out of me as a kid. Quiet as kept. I love my mama. Anybody who knows me long enough know I talk about mama like she's a damn superhero. But she was a toxic motherfucker. All right, just being real. It's my mama, and you know. So if any of my aunties and uncles listening, hey man, look, I knew she wasn't fucking right, so let's not do that. Anyways, so she used to talk down to me and demean me to the point where I didn't deal well with women who would raise their voice at me, like who would be very hostile, and I'd just be like, and it'll make me shut down because with my mom never wanted you to question her, even if she was dead ass wrong. So I watched my sisters and brothers get their asses beat, literally beat, for just asking questions because of how she might have went about different things.
Yeah.
So when I started being around women, and I kind of caught on to this when I was dating. When I was dating, there'd be women who they had too much masculine energy and the shit be all fucked up. And I'd be like, ooh, and like she just gives me this feeling in the pit of my stomach. Not like I'm afraid of her, but it just gave me this feeling like this toxic bitch. Yeah, this toxic bitch. God damn. Excuse my language. I ain't calling you a bitch, baby, whoever it was I'm talking about in this in my head, but I'm just saying. But anyways, I would just be like, ooh, she's just so toxic. Oh my gosh. And then while you're dating her, and when your phone rings and you see her name, and then you just get that feeling in your stomach. And I was like, oh, I finally caught on to it. I caught on to it like maybe like a year and a half ago or something. Like I was like, oh, this is a female I shouldn't be dealing with because she's going to continuously trigger me. And then I broke up with the first one. And then I said, okay, there's something in me that is drawn to these type of women. Why? And because they remind me of my mother. Because you love your mama, even though she's toxic as hell, just like you love that macaroni and cheese that be fucking your stomach up, because your last is lactose intolerant, but you like that. You like Big Mama macaroni.
Like living life on the edge.
Yeah. So then you out here living life on the edge with this toxic ass female who fucking your life up, and you sitting there wondering why, and you depressed, and you going to the doctor, and you taking medicine, antipsychotic medicine, because I done been on Lexapro before. One of y'all females had me on Lexapro. I ain't gonna say which one, but I done been out here on Lexapro and all of that, and they thought I was Kanye crazy for real. And then come to find out, I wasn't really. It's just I was dealing with somebody who was just triggering me, and I was in a place of constant trigger 24/7. And I think men don't do a good job of understanding, like, oh, I'm picking a partner who is triggering me. And then like some of these dudes who get in relationships just to cheat on chicks that gonna try to bust your windows out and stuff. You're
they like
in
that
a
drama.
cycle. You're in a cycle. You want that type of woman. You're not cheating on her because you want to cheat on her. You're cheating on her because this is gonna bring me the drama and the attention I want. And then when she stays with you, it's like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that keeps you going because you love the idea of what is being presented.
Of that, it's like that hit of like that dopamine hit. It makes them feel wanted, love. Like it answers all of those questions for them, but it's the most toxic way to one of the most toxic ways. But a lot of men are addicted to that drama. I dated somebody. I was dating a Nigerian in Houston. And that was one thing that I always felt, that the way that who is now currently his wife, but was his ex-girlfriend then, the way that she would have her 3 days on, 4 days off from being a nurse and be watching us outside of his apartment, the way that she would break into his apartment, the way that she would show up and be crying, talking about some, please come back to me. He loved the drama. It made it seem as if, painted the picture to me as if she was doing it without warrant. Found out that he was still entertaining her and still having those, well, you feel like you need to talk, let's talk. You making her think something is still there. You like this shit. You like that she's breaking into your apartment and writing bitch ass nigga on the wall. You like that she's busting the window out. You like that. That's weird to me. You like that she keyed my car. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, what?
So I'm gonna stop you here and say you've given me one too many instances where the dick couldn't have been that good. I'm sorry, ma'am. This is too much drama.
That superb. 10 stars. Definitely recommend. Yeah.
God dang, bro. That'll help your Yelp review right there. Oh man. She said, it's just the penis was fantastic. He ate my butt. Life was great. Folded me up till it.
All of that made him worthy to be brought home. He met the parents and everything. I was like,
oh, okay.
Checking off the boxes.
Damn. Well, you know what, fellas, that proves one thing, man. You know, get your dick game up. You know, you might be able to work through some problems if
your dick score gotta be high now. Okay, dicks.
You can't have a try hard spirit either. You just can't just be, oh, I try everything. Nah, good. Next thing you getting paid by your old lady, man. All right, because she don't respect you. All right, fake displays of affection. So look, your titles give me life, right? Because look, so and then you know I'm a very visual person, right? So when I read stories, I'm creating the movie in my head, right?
Yeah, me too.
So I was reading your story, right? And I'm in it. I'm at the dinner table. Got my suit on at the dinner table. Well, not a suit. I had a blazer on. I had a blazer and a shirt on, and I had some real nice slacks on while I was sitting there. And I'm like sitting there swirling my Merlot around, watching him purse his lips about having to pay the bill. Like, you know what I mean? So like I was there.
Let me show you. He was like, it was like a.
Oh, wow. He rounded the shoulders. Okay.
Yeah, like they were in. And I was, that's the body language, like for real, is what gave it away. And then I noticed the pursed lips, and the pursed lips carried through to the next morning. The fact that you can sleep with pursed lips, nigga, you mad. You big mad.
You're making me so mad.
Like, do you know how much you have to not fall asleep to stay asleep somewhat, but still keep your mad face?
I'm gonna tell you this.
That sounds stressful.
One, if I paid for that dinner, if I was mad about it, I wasn't gonna be mad about it that night. No. I wasn't gonna be mad about it that night. I was gonna be a perfect goddamn gentleman because we're gonna end this night right.
That fool, he slept like this. He slept mad like somebody didn't do him right at the fume, and he not looking right in that box. I was like, what's wrong with you?
And the thing about it was, like, I was sitting there reading, I was like, yo, so can I talk like a dude right quick?
Of course, always.
So I'm sitting there reading this story, and I'm like, you gonna let all this good pussy go to waste because you got attitude. Because look, I don't care if you a grown ass man and you listening to this podcast and you're like, George, because I want y'all, I'm gonna put the link to the story. I want y'all to go read the story. If you are listening to this podcast right now, stop listening to it. Hit pause. I want you to go read this damn story about this man. How old is he? How old was he?
36. Yes.
36. Okay. And then this is another question I got to ask, just for the visual in my head. Was he light skinned, or was he more of a milk chocolate, dark chocolate, maybe even a toffee colored brother?
He maybe was like what I would assume you are in the summer with a tan.
Okay. Damn. So this nigga's out here just giving
very light skinned energy.
Okay. Giving small dick light skin energy. Okay. Anyways, very DJ MBS, waffle color Negro. All right. So I want you to go read this, right? And then I want you to come back, hit play again, and come back to this because I don't want to ruin it. But I literally was reading this and I'm just like, who the fuck is this dude? How old is he? And like, so that's why I had to ask how old he was, because when I was reading it, I was like, this is like something maybe George in his 20, 28, 27. When you know I was fucking around being a hoe. Like Deck George would have been upset because, hey bitch, I ain't come out here to spend all this money. I was trying to fuck. You know, this is a travel trip. Travel here, you cook a little bit, you make me some boof ass breakfast that I really don't fucking want. But it's just cool because I'm trying to fuck on you for like 2-3 days and then get back on this plane and go home. But no, like this dude was like really, one, y'all was talking like, you know, we gonna be together, relationship, right? And then he acting stupid like, you don't know this woman got impeccable taste, and you know she got restaurants she take all her hoes to, so you should have known, you know.
I'm like, this nigga, I started off on the right foot. I'm like, you know, I got you out here at the, you know, little swanky spot. I got you somewhere you done broke the cufflinks out, my boy. Like, what are you doing? And you tripping on me because of a bill, and you were mad because I didn't let you know where we were going. Why would I let a person know where they're going who's not from here? What is that going to do for you?
Well, if he was GH2, I'm doing it because I need to check out the menu. I need to know how much I'm spending for this endeavor so I can get
See,
my
he didn't want to
mind
tell me that.
get my
He
mind
didn't
and my
want to
pockets right.
He didn't want to tell me that because he kept asking me for the itinerary details, like the literal locations. And I was just telling him, okay, like dinner, blah, blah, blah. But he wouldn't admit. If he would have said, hey, if some of these activities, you know, I got to pay for, which nigga, you should expect to, then ask me directly. But that beating around the bush, I'm a very black and white type of woman.
Yeah, I
If
see
a
that.
man says one thing and you ask me one thing, I'm gonna answer and ask you about that same thing. Like, we're not gonna get off topic. I'm not gonna think that you're talking about the gray area. No, you asked me about black, so we talking about black. You want to talk about white? Let's talk about white.
So, question:
Yes.
if we could do this all over again, you know, buddy coming on a little, you know, y'all about to go out, get something to eat, whoop de woo, and he would have told you, would it have changed where y'all went to dinner, or would it just been like, hey, now you're better prepared?
What I primarily, like, honestly, what I would have changed was I would have allowed him to pay the bill. And instead of driving his ass back to my house, ask him, you want to go stay at your profile house?
Oh yeah, I love that. You know what? I think this is me now. If I was your brother and you was telling me this, like if you was at the dinner, you was at the restaurant, right? And you text me and I'm your brother, I'd be like, get up and go to the car right now. Because here's the thing, like as a man, I'm gonna say this. I'm trying to think, has a woman ever, I've flown out to go see a woman and then she paid for dinner? No, I don't think that has ever happened, unless we were already together. Like we were together. And then even then, in this situation, I thought it was just so crazy because, okay, so the title is Fake Displays of Affection. This dude was the most loving, doting ass, fake ass boyfriend until it came time to pay a fucking bill.
But he uses it as a tactic to distract you from the fact that he's not going to show up how women really want a man to show up, like Correct. To protect, provide, those things. And you mentioned something earlier about, I can't remember what it was, but it made me think about the fact, I think that he did feel as if he was a little bit better than me in a sense, because he would make commentary about the people that he has seen me date over the years that I may have posted or whatever, and he would make commentary about how those men look. So I think that he thought that he was doing me a favor because in his mind, he think that he the finest nigga that I'd ever pulled. Nigga don't play with me.
Hey, you know what? You know what I thought about?
What?
You know what I thought about as soon as you said that?
What?
I'm on the leader. You gonna let me fuck, right? You let my nigga Terry bone. and I know I look better than him.
Like it's literally, he just picked it up at the I know I look better than him.
Yeah.
Like very, very opinionated about, especially how he was very opinionated about how Mr. Future Faker looked, his appearance, and it was just very weird to me. And
that's real suspect. That's real suspect, though. I just want to let any young man watching this, you should look at her exes. However, you shouldn't be comparing yourself how you look compared to her exes, because some of them may have some special skills that you do not have. And I'll say it like that without
like the extra
having to say
120 pounds, but that's neither here nor there. You know, skinny niggas, real frail. And folks showed up. I was like, ooh, need a meal.
That's why he didn't want to pay for food.
Get on my nerves. No, that, and then commentary about where I live.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I didn't like that either. The whole talking about where you live at. I didn't get that because one, he's not financing you. So when you're not financing a female, you shouldn't be making comments about where she stay at. You shouldn't be talking about her vehicle. If you're not going to be vacuuming out her car and washing it every day, you shouldn't be making those type of comments. If you shouldn't be talking about the way she dresses. The way she dresses. If you're not going to say, if you don't like what she's wearing, if you're not about to go buy it, you shouldn't be talking about it.
Now with money, he would do this. This is interesting. So he wouldn't pay for dinner, but he would be the type of man he would want to help me spend my money. So if he saw something that he thought that I would like or that I would look good, he would send me the link and be like, oh, you should get this. And I remember I played myself back when we first started talking in 2017. He did that. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Because I'm thinking that we're about to see each other. So I'm thinking I'm about to wear this to see him. Nah. Ain't never. I will never, can never, will never do that again. I just felt like he's used to women tricking on him. And I'm not going to be that woman that's going to be tricking on you. It's not happening.
So basically, his whole thing was like, you know what? I have a great way we can spend this money.
Yes, some gigolo shit.
So he was sitting there listening to you the whole time, and he's just sitting there thinking.
Facts.
He's playing with your money. Like, I hate that. I hate that because like I got a homeboy. I hope he listens to this damn podcast. He goes, bro, if I was you, nah, nigga, you not me. So we not gonna do that. Because that's the first line, for a family member, somebody want to spend your money. If I was you, now you not me. You not me. You're not me. So we're not gonna do this right now.
Do not.
And I think that like when I was reading the story though, it's just like I heard, like I could see this dude, like I see his ailments, like I see that, and when I say, I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. Our mental, when our mental's fucked up, it's an ailment, right? Mm-hmm. So, you're with this woman. One, he thought he kind of scoped you out, so he thought he kind of figured you out. Mm-hmm. But by the end of the trip, you already had really figured him out. One, you caught on that he didn't want to be there for you in the way traditionally that most men would be there for a woman. Look, red flag to me is I don't give a fuck how much money I just spent. I'm not about to lay in no bed with no woman with my lips pursed. I'm sorry, like I guess I'm a hoe. Like, and I'm gonna go ahead. That might just be the hoe in me, but I'm gonna get over my feelings and my emotions until the weekend's over, and maybe I double back on Monday when I've been home and I slept it off. But I'm not going to avoid being there for the woman that I came to come see, that I had this whole fucking build up to come see just because I'm mad about some money. Like maybe that's me. Maybe I'm a trick at heart, but I feel like if you building in a relationship, and in that sense it is going to be a relationship, you spend that money. Like that's what I feel. Now, I'm not telling him to be stupid, but he also should have communicated where he truly was, where he was at financially. He shouldn't have been playing. I feel like he's playing.
Have a real conversation about where you are since your engagement has ended, and let me choose to interact with you. Like, it's one thing, like if a woman knows that a nigga is broke up front, typically we can tell very early on. So just be honest about that.
Yeah.
Like, just literally be honest, because that's me. You're still giving me the choice to either rock with you while you get it together, or nah, I'm just not into that. And I can understand why some women aren't into that, because depending on the man, his money not being straight are miserable to be around. So I get it when men are like, I'm not focused on that because I'm trying to get my money. Fine, cool, because you probably gonna wake up a lot more chipper when your account ain't got no overdraft fees happening.
I'm just saying, when I had broke dick, I gave more effort.
You know what? You get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. No, so the question I had asked to myself was, even with my experience of him here, I knew I had to do better, because I still took my ass to go see him afterwards.
Yeah, you need to be loved, baby. You need somebody to hug you.
And I'm serious. Like, I was really looking at that. I was like, you really bought a whole massage table and shipped it to this man's house and had a full-on evening of like just pampering on him. And my mama, she gave me some very strong wisdom. She was like, I get it. Your desire to have love, feel love, be able to provide love to somebody, be a wife, be a mother. She was like, I get that. She was like, but don't be giving that level of effort away, period.
Nah, don't. Don't because like I'm gonna tell you like this. I had to learn that
get jaded. She says I'm gonna end up jaded if I keep doing that.
Yeah, you're gonna end up being a miserable, nasty, cantankerous like to somebody.
I don't want to.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like some of my past relationships, I took the negative parts, took that negative shit into my next relationships, and I feel terrible for it because there was some women who I genuinely probably could have rocked with, but I took that negative in and I put it on them, and they didn't really catch on until the relationship was over, and that's what I feel terrible about. And I would tell you this: maybe you need to give him Dr. Gascanman's Ease for Success. So to all my brothers is out here and you're a little tight on your funds and you still want to entertain the ladies. Here's a successful tactic that I used all the way up until age 30.
What is this?
First date. Take them anywhere that ends in ease.
No.
Hey,
I do not agree.
But you let them know up top, right? Mickey D's, Wendy's, Zaxby's, Applebee's. Now you're pushing it with Applebee's, bitch. Chili's. I'm just saying. Now, if you take it to Chili's, she can't be just kicking back Presidente margaritas unless they $5. And if they're not $5, you can't be doing it because we try to keep this bill under $100. Because I don't really know if I like you for real. And fellas, I'm gonna tell you this. If the money is tight, but you still want to date, you better get some principles and some rules, and you better let the woman know ahead of time so she can make a decision if she's gonna rock with you or not. Because if you sit here and be taking chicks to Del Frisco's, and then she decide to order that 12-ounce steak well done, and then she decides she want to get a couple sides, even though she only gonna take a few bites of each one, you can't be expecting sex just because you paid $200+ for the meal.
No.
So get some rules, get you some guidelines, and put those into practice so that you don't feel no type of way about the money you spend. And now I know some of this stuff has been comical, like, in any place that ends in ease, but I'm dead serious though. Like, you should have these 5 restaurants I know if I go on a first date. Boom. Now, if she tells you she don't want to go to those 5 restaurants on the first date, guess what? You got to wait till you level up. So you got to let her go, throw her back into the wild. Maybe life is going to go humble her, and you could turn around and get her back after life is something. Because I posted something on Snapchat in 2016. I said, a note to younger self: let life humble her a little bit. Her ass will be back. Because you know what? All of them have came back. And I'm gonna tell you this, fellas: don't go on a date with their ass when they come back, because it's trash.
I agree, ladies.
It ain't gonna be what you thought it was. If all of a sudden 5 years later she decides she want to finally go out on a date with you, fuck her. Say no. Don't be all horned up. Don't be all horned up talking about, oh, now I'm gonna get the fuck because no. Sorry guys, this is Dr. Gascanman. This is not GH2, my bad. But leave her alone, dude, because it's not gonna be what you thought it was. And I'm telling you that as somebody 37 years old who I had a chick. I'm gonna go ahead and tell this story. Fuck it.
Tell the story. Let me see. Let me hear.
Check this out. So boom, check it out. My first year at Edward Waters College.
Okay.
I transferred from Catawba College. I drank and smoked my way out of that school. So I was at Edward Waters and getting my life together, and life was great. I met a young lady. She was a member of an auxiliary. She was real cool. I liked her a lot. Kicked it with her a lot. Had the sex a lot with her, and it was great. Life was wonderful. Sinning and grinning. It was cool. So I kick it with this young lady. Everything's going good. We kick it. We together for a little while. Now, backstory. At the time when I first met her, I was on the football team, and I used to be in the gym working out. And she was on another sports team that shall remain nameless. And she used to be in there working out. Her boyfriend was a member on the same team of the same sports team that I was.
Okay.
Now, while they were still together, I still was hitting on her because I live by the Max Julian School of Art. The bitch chose me. And I love to be chosen.
What is wrong with you?
This is Dr. Gascanman, y'all. All right, so
I cannot.
So after she chose me,
After she chose,
because I'm not a race, I became a rest haven for her.
Did you say a rest haven?
A rest haven for her. So I'm like, so yeah, so nah. So what happened was I end up, dating her, blah blah woo woo. I get serious about her. And I'm like, I'm 19 years old. I'm in love.
Mm-hmm.
Air quotation marks, right? Yes. Not really. I was in deep lust because the pussy was great. And she was nasty. So just being honest, guys. So in lust, deep in lust, called myself, I want to marry her. Funny as shit. Talking to my mama about this shit. Mm-hmm. My mama was like, oh, she must be fucking the shit out of you.
Mama knows.
Mama knows. Mama was like, look, that girl, don't fuck with that girl. That girl ain't shit. This is my mama telling me this girl ain't shit. So I'm about to move out because me and my mom were living together. I'm about to move out so that, me and old girl could get a place, she can come live with me, but have a place to live together. I'm using this word not in a derogatory fashion about her. So if you're listening to it, I'm not really calling you this right now, but me and you done talked about it and I'm healed, but I'm gonna share this story. This bitch stole my wallet.
Wait, what? That's something that happened with somebody that you don't like know. Somebody that knows you stole your wallet.
Nah, but check this out. So this is what happened. She wanted to go to a family event somewhere and she needed the money. I'm like, nah, I ain't giving it to you. I'm not giving it to you. I got some other shit going on. That shit ain't even important. So she steals my wallet, and I see these charges on my, on my Bank of America app. So, boom, boom. Now, after getting over my hurt and all of my sorrow, I call the cops and press charges on that bitch. Yep, I did.
What did you do?
Because I'm petty.
On this woman. So what happened?
So what ended up happening was we didn't see each other again for a little while. But what happened is she ended up becoming she became a police officer.
She was sitting there, she was like, oh, this what y'all do?
So she had to answer for it and all this other stuff, right? So flash forward, me and her call ourselves trying to get back together, right? Mm-hmm. Call ourselves trying to get back together, right? Because we done talked and everything and blah blah blah. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, fellas. Leave that shit wherever the fuck you found it.
That part.
Time passes by. Like there ain't no just, oh, it's just gonna be all this and it's all love. No. And I'm gonna tell you why. The shit will never be as good as it originally was. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna tell y'all the secret, fellas. Pussy wasn't hitting like it used to be. Like, so I knew it wasn't lust no more. Like this
like it wasn't hitting because you had more experiences since then that have trumped that.
Hell yeah, there's three vaginas for sure off the top of my head that I know was way better. And maybe two more that was fighting for the same. But the idea of it was really more so what I had built it up to. It wasn't what she was bringing to the table. It was just
your perception of it.
It was my perception. Yeah, my perception of it was, 19-year-old George was happy. He was like giddy, like,
yeah,
so good. We got our girl. She's number one. And and I'm gonna tell you all this, and I'm gonna say it like this. And baby, I'm not talking about you. I hope your new husband. She's married now. She actually got married after fucking with me. Huh?
I said congrats.
Yeah, congrats, definitely, man. God bless him. God bless him. I hope it works out. But what I learned is like you really gotta understand the time matters. Like when we meet people, there's pockets for everything, right? So there's one of the things I believe is geographically, wherever I'm at, wherever I'm planted geographically at the time that God puts me, wherever he puts me at, I'm supposed to be there and I'm supposed to be successful at that time. That relationship was at that time, if we would have stayed together and we would have been together, there would have been a level of trust that would have been built that the relationship probably would have been successful. But the moment that we didn't stay and push through it, guess what? That was a barrier that broke down and where there would always be a disconnect of trust.
Yeah.
And I think that you have to understand that. You got to put that into play and you got to put it into practice for yourself. And it's so hard to do because like I'm gonna tell y'all, guys, when we be talking about these women that we think is it, man, look, oh my gosh, like bro, I think she the one. See, when guys do that, I believe men should do that with every female that they take serious. Your friends should know every woman you took serious by this line right here, bruh. I think she the one.
And then their response is what?
And then your fella's response is always gonna be, for real? Man, what you talking about? See, there should be a level of skepticism always by your male friends, right? And then, because we always gonna know through show and prove on how serious you really are.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you we going to the strip club, nah, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and go home and kick it with my old lady. Well, bro, we going over to these chicks' house, man. I just need a wingman, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and go home with my old lady because that ain't gonna look right. Bro, we going over to Chantrell house. Because you know Chantrell the freak, and Chantrell got her freaky girlfriend.
Yeah, she got
freaky girlfriends. And, we be chewing and switching. We be playing. We cut off all the lights. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna go over there because that ain't what we on. I ain't on that no more. Because then, that's how your fellas really know. Like for instance, there's one of my LBs. Every time I go on a trip, and he come on the trip with, I don't play. I tell him I am not gonna let you do nothing that's gonna shame or dishonor your wife. Because my nigga, I don't want to explain none of this.
I don't blame you.
So because of that, guess what? I be on fun patrol, god dang it. Bring your ass over here. Nope.
You call him accountable. But that's real friendship though.
Yeah, you dance on that girl more than 2 songs? Nah, bro. We ain't doing that. No, nah. We ain't bonding with no bitches over here. Come on, bro.
We ain't bonding with no bitch.
But that's what it is. Don't pull your phone out. You don't need to know that bitch Instagram. You don't need to know it. You don't need to follow no new females on Instagram, bro. Like, but that's how you gotta be about your friends. But that's how you really know who fuck with you or not.
But so many men don't realize how many of the people that they spend time with are not their friends. Because men and women, you will run into experiences with quote unquote friends that as long as you are staying in that same stagnant place with them, they are happy for you. But the moment that you do attempt to do better, find love, move in that direction, now they don't have that wingman, that wing woman. It's like, why you want to do that? It's like, well, why I want to keep doing this? Ain't we going out so that we can end up doing this? Or why are you going out?
Well, you know what the hard part is, though, is a lot of times, this is what I had to learn. I'm the friend that a lot of people want to go out with because I am going to make sure I have some hoes around. Because I'm a hoe. Hoes no hoes. I don't care what nobody say.
He said,
like, hoe no hoes.
Whole nation.
Exactly. Whole nation for real. Whole life. Hoe is life. And for me, like, that's the struggle. That's why I don't like being single. Right? You know why? Because I'm too honest. So yeah, I'm fucking on you. Yeah, I'm fucking on you. Yeah, we fucking on each other. Yes, I get it. But because we not together, I'm trying to fuck on her too. Like, so I prefer to be in a relationship so I can fuck on one person and not just be a hoe.
Had a man tell me that.
Because if you gave me my option and my druthers, you give me my druthers, I'm wishing I could every girl in the world. Hey, I'm just saying, like, because if you giving me no accountability, then yeah, of course I'm gonna be with that. But if it's somebody's daughter that I'm feeling some type of way about, I only want to be with her. Yeah. And I think that's the hard part. I think that's a very hard thing. When you're a man and you're trying to be honest, you're trying to be open and transparent and all that other shit. This shit's tiring. I ain't gonna lie. But I like it because, when you can be your most open and authentic self, you don't gotta lie about it. Like, look, baby, I'm a hoe. Like I told one chick, I don't want no long distance relationship. I like physical touch too much, and I don't want to be in my head thinking too much about what the hell, but not about you cheating or nothing like that. But I don't want you lonely out there.
Yeah.
And and the last thing I want to be doing is, every other week I'm on a plane to come see you, or you on a plane to come see me. Because eventually I'm just be like, hey, look, this 3 months has been great, but what we doing here? What we doing here? You trying to change your last name? Like, what you trying to do here? Because I ain't got nothing else in me.
Like, where is this going? Because
I know, because
me just coming here is not.
I know I gotta wait 5 days to drop dick off. Like, I'm trying to roll over. I'm trying to roll over and poke you, dropping dick off. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, dropping dick off. I'm just saying, like, if you in a relationship, that's really what you're trying to, like. I'm trying to be up on you. I'm trying to smell you. I try to know your scent. I know what you wear on Monday. I know what you wear on Tuesday. I know you wear a YSL on Wednesday. Like, I'm trying to be like that with it. And you know what I wear on my days. Intimacy.
But it's not common out here. Like, I was talking to my mom and my grandmother, because they obviously have been off the market for 20 plus 30, 40 years or whatever.
God bless them. I'm trying to be with a vagina for 40 years.
You so silly. And they asked me, I was like, are you gonna at least attempt to date someone who is in the state of Illinois? Because I haven't since I moved home. Primarily, everyone has really been living elsewhere, or we met through somebody, or we started the conversation virtually each time, and the connection just is not strong enough for us to get to that point of, okay, so what are we gonna do? Mm-hmm. Like, what are we gonna do? But I was telling my mom, I was like, I haven't felt two things since my last serious relationship that ended in 2015. I have not felt like a man was investing in me the way that my last relationship, the way that I had that feeling then. And I didn't, just in general, I just haven't felt like a man has been invested enough to really study me. And I can pick up on that, and that makes me lose interest in a man when I feel like, don't study for me like, this is the quiz, the final test. Like, you studying from day one.
Yeah.
And that final test is going to consistently change as I evolve, in the same way that I would study the person that I'm with. But a lot of men that I've come across, I don't say all, a lot of men I've come across, they just, to your point, do not have well-developed communication skills to tell you the truth, to assess whether you want to, if the connection is really there or not. They just be going with the flow.
So this, I'm gonna change the subject up.
What?
You on any dating apps?
I was, and became afraid of the stranger danger and got off. I signed up for Hinge while I was in Mexico doing away with Future Faker, while also on WhatsApp with Mr. FDA. Got on there randomly. Somebody, I had a weird ass date in Houston like years ago. He happened to be from Chicago. We met in Houston, but we matched on Hinge. And all I remember was, at the end of the date, this nigga was crying. And I was like, you know what? If this is what the algorithm is pushing to me, people that I literally know already, I'm cool. I don't need you crying on dates. I don't need you.
Whoa, ain't nothing wrong with crying on dates now. What was he crying about?
He was crying because, for one, when I told my father this, how the date went, I think he was drunk when he showed up. My daddy think he was high off coke.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He never ate anything while we were at this date. It was 6 hours long. And then at the end, he ended up crying because he spent the entire 6-hour date talking about his ex heckling the piano bar, the pianist. Like it was a lot. And this is who the algorithm on Hinge chose. This was the first person. I was like, I'm good.
You know what?
Stranger danger. I'm afraid.
So, here's my thing about online dating.
Yes.
Hinge was definitely a gold mine for me, to where I didn't meet crazy women. I met women who were professional and they were great individuals, lovely spirits and souls and whatnot. I'm not about to go left with this shit. I'm about to go left.
Where you go?
One woman I met, she was wonderful. She was cool. She was great. Just, it wasn't for me. And then another one that I met, she was great. She was the one who I told you that, I said, hey, I don't want to move forward with. And she was great. She's a great individual. She's somebody I would support in all of her future endeavors. I just don't see myself in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
But these dating apps are funny because something Pastor Mike Todd, he talked about here recently. He said in one of his sermons, he said, dating how we date now teaches us to practice for divorce.
Thanks.
And I totally agree, because I think that you should exclusively date/court people. Like, I'm just going to court you until I get you. If you find somebody, court them until you get them. And then once you get them, marry. Like that, because I'm gonna tell you this, like, dating somebody, I think that you will fall in and out of like with them 1,001 times. You'll find a reason to, because you have options. We have options. I feel like dating apps only increase your appetite for fuckery.
And
here's why.
Variety of fuckery. Yeah.
Here's why. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. I'm gonna tell on myself, y'all. I'm just be very.
You want to hear?
I've been very transparent. Like I told you, I went to therapy today. I feel great. I'm healed. So you getting all of this Dr. Gascanman shit. Oh gosh. I'm gonna tell you like this. When I'm on these dating apps, you know how you could put, if you're looking for friends, someone just to chat with, friends with benefit.
It's the tone of voice for me.
Relationship, marriage. Long-term relationship, marriage. Now, on my profile on the app that is not paying me, so I'm not gonna give them no pub, I have long-term relationship and marriage. That's it. Only two things highlighted. Most of the women who connect with me have friends with benefit and something casual. Nothing about marriage or long-term relationship listed. Now, that's also because now I understand the why behind that, because these women have fetishized this 6'6", 271 pounds of chocolatey goodness.
Chocolatey goodness.
That's Dr. Gascanman. All right. So I understand that, right? I understand that they've done that. Now, this is me having to say, George, if you entertain these women who you can see liked your shit, this is you entertaining fuckery.
Because it doesn't align with what you led with initially with getting on the app. It's completely off course.
Because these are the women who are saying, hey, look, I know you're looking for marriage, but I'm trying to give you this ass. Now, on a late Tuesday night at 1:26 a.m. when I wake up in a cold sweat,
shut up,
and I grab my phone,
George,
and I see how all I see is, let me sit this, let me sit this, let me sit this ass. Oh yeah. I gotta make a decision. Okay, am I about this shit I'm about, or am I about the fuckery? And thankfully, I have not been about the fuckery.
Good.
However, there's a couple days I've been like, you know what, George, you can entertain a little bit of fuckery, but I'm gonna tell y'all fellas, don't do that shit. If you're looking for long term, and this is the reason why I'm gonna tell you this. For all men, if you don't know this, your actual net worth will go up if you are in a long-term committed relationship with fidelity.
A lot of men don't believe that though.
But it's a fact. Here's why. Let me tell you. First marriage. God bless you. I love you, baby. She got with me. Broke. Into that marriage, I had tripled the amount of money that I was making yearly. Mm-hmm. Second marriage, enter into the upper echelon of I kind of make good money. Mm-hmm. But fidelity and focusing just on her, I'm not spending money on other women and stuff like that. I'm investing in her.
Yeah.
I want to invest in your business. I want to invest in your ideas. I'm going to water you. I'm going to plant you. You see my hustle. You see how my income is going up because of the work that I put in. So it increases our household income. Boom. And we know we're not giving money out to other people. Mm-hmm. Now where I'm at now, I know that whoever I end up with, what I know truly, I understand now truly what I'm adding to this person. And I think that the struggle for men is you think there's something more out there for you, or you think you can spread yourself thin. But what you shouldn't do is you shouldn't take from your household to take care of other households.
Yeah.
That's why all your children should be under your own house. And this is me, as somebody who, my children are in 3 different households. And I will tell you, if when I look and I add up how much money I spend in child support a year, mm-hmm. it's more than some people make annually. And I think that you have to be honest with yourself. Okay, so do I want to take $24,000 a year out of my actual household income and spread to separate houses? Or do I want to make sure that I have all my children with one woman and I keep all of this money and all of these finances in my household and I build and I grow this woman? Because I'm going to tell you this, if her ass ain't fat, go buy her one. If her titties suck, go get her some new ones. Her face fucked up, fix it. Like, that's just what it comes down to. Like, and if she's into that, then you go ahead and do it. Hey, your dick ain't big enough, they got surgeries for that. You ain't got the abs, you can go get that fixed, bro.
Ab etching, yes.
You know, and I think that when you focus on it from that standpoint of being everything for that person that you decide to be with, that right there is actually financially a lot better situation to be in. Like, I know niggas that done paid for BBLs for some of these chicks. I know a nigga that paid for BBLs for 2 different women because he thought that they was gonna be it. Not he married them, because he was just fucking with them. And he bought their BBL for them to go fuck on a rapper nigga. So I'm just saying, you gotta really focus and think about it long term. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this. Whoever I end up with, y'all ain't gotta, man, look, y'all hold me accountable. If ever y'all think I'm looking funny at another woman, be like, hey, jump in her DMs and be like, I seen that nigga out, he look like he's looking kind of fishy. I'm okay. Jump in my DMs and tell me you see me. You say, man, look, I seen you sitting at the bar. Look like you was minding your business, but I seen that girl pushing up on you. You okay, player? I'll come over there.
You okay, player?
I'm okay with that because I understand the strength of it. Like, you know, my second marriage taught me that I could be faithful. I'm gonna just be honest, because my first marriage, like I told you, I love the fact of I know who she was and how great she was for me. But you know, towards the end, I was not faithful. I was a piece of shit. And having to explain to your 13-year-old son about your infidelity, and you know, and I have children, you know, that are all, you know, like 1 year behind each other. It's a thing. Okay, I have to explain that to him. But the thing about it is we have to have that level of honesty from whatever we've done. But as a man, why even put yourself in that situation? Even put yourself in that situation? So like, think about it from that perspective. And if even if you just take it from this standpoint, just go date, for the fellas, just date one woman for a whole entire year. Just be focused on her for one entire year. Your pockets will grow. Your pockets will grow. And that's if she's the right type of woman. Like, now, if she a gold digger, then one, And I'm gonna tell y'all this, nigga, you make $40,000 a year, she's not a gold digger. Like, let me help you out. You making $50,000 a year, she's not a gold digger. You make 60,000, she might be a gold digger, but that's like light tricking, my nigga, because you shouldn't be buying Balenciaga making 60,000 a year. Like, I've been making over $60,000 a year since I was, I think, 28, and I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't never thought about buying no Balenciaga, no Gucci. You can get Coach. You can get this Coach. You can get this Michael Kors. That's what you can get. That's what my budget. I act my budget. I act my budget. I act my wage. God dang it. And the Michael Kors I'm gonna buy you, it ain't gonna be the Ross Michael Kors. So I'm just saying, like, you can get the Dillard's Michael Kors. You can get the Brahmin. You can get. I can take. And I ain't gonna get you the Dillard's Brahmin. I'm gonna take you the Brahmin to get the Brahmin too. You can get the Finley on me. All day, every day. Boy, I got you.
All right.
But I think that's the thing, though. Like, I think that men really have to do that, and I think men have to hear from other men their failures so they could have success. Because I'm gonna tell
by men who have values, though, and a lot of men who don't want to develop values will self-sabotage and not evolve and remain around people that are not going to push them or keep, hold them accountable like you're talking about.
Right, but having values is a bitch. Having values will have you with a dry dick sitting at the house. Having values will have you always wanting to cuss a motherfucker out, but you can't do it because it's not the right thing to do. But the thing about it is, having values is about building your own foundation. So, and me having the values I have now is about building the foundation so that my son, who understands the errors of my ways, but now he's also seen me grow to be this person where when he was 4 years old and me and his mom separated, and he watched me over these 10 years, he could say, I saw this man change. And I understand what I'm supposed to be working to. But I could fuck all that up in one moment, having another moment. So you got to understand that as a man, like, you want that credit, you gotta have principles, and there's a certain level of integrity you gotta have about everything, because you can lose it all. The process is worse than your fucking credit when it comes to losing credibility with your children, your family, your mama, your daddy, or whoever it is. When you're trying to build back that credibility, it's that hard. And I think that's a very big struggle. So yeah, I'm mad how the fuck we got there. But all right, so go take your time, plug your stuff. What all stuff do we need to plug to know everything about Ms. Mona Lita before we get up out of here?
So you can always find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at the Mona Lita. That's TheMonaLita. And if you are also looking for fitness tips, follow me at Fit Like Lita on all those platforms as well. But so this was the first 2 installments in the 3-part blog series that is available on themonalita.com. Part 3 is going to happen probably at the end of next week. I need like another 7 days to really process how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to tell the story like authentically, but from a more settled place, if that makes sense.
Oh man.
So yes.
Okay. But
always a pleasure to be a guest on this.
Well, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you because this has been great. And I feel like you kind of caught it because, I definitely had therapy today, and whew, god dang, motherfuckers take a line of coke, me, I go to therapy. I'm just saying.
You ain't gotta say it.
I also wanted to tell you happy Founders Day. We're a couple hours early, but happy Founders Day.
Thank you. Shout out to the Reds, the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Yes. A wonderful sorority. I love Deltas.
Yes.
I love them all. I love them all. I'm a lover of all things. lover of all things. I love of all things, you know.
Top 55, the livest line that came out of Alpha Tau. Yes, so yes, love the Deltas. We're lovable. I mean, we the shit.
I know, man. The Deltas are wonderful, and you know, they blessed me while I was in school, and not like that. I wasn't the champ for the Deltas. I was for the Zetas though, but we don't want to talk about that.
Next, if I come back, I'm telling you, I gotta get that story.
Sorry, man. Look, you messed me up. Sorry, my voice has been messed up. So we made it this long without me coughing like all crazy. It's wonderful. But of course, you know, this has been an episode of GH2 Podcast. George H. Hardy II, that's me. Dr. Gascanman, yeah, that's me. Celebrating both sides of my personality. Thank you once again to Miss Mona Lita. I just appreciate you. This has been a dope episode. Good time. Hopefully y'all can pull some shit from this that y'all be like, oh yeah, definitely. Fellas, I'm talking to y'all. I'm gonna talk to you fellas. Like, look, anything I give y'all, yes, it's somewhat entertaining when I'm talking about it, but it's actually truthful. Some of the stories I told you, very truthful. The one woman I told you about who I said, you know, from 19 that she's married now. God bless her. Hope everything's going great. Hope they're blessed with the child. Hope they're great. Hope the dog is great. All of that. But I'm gonna tell you, those lessons are foundational. Every lesson you learn is foundational for a reason, and it's to be used as you move forward. So don't spin the block on every fucking thing because you can. All right? All right. I'm just saying. I'm trying to give him a little bit of this wisdom. I've been around 37 years, but I feel like I gotta get here longer.
We should have been doing this when I was booking that flight to go see because I shouldn't have spent the damn block when I knew one shit built on the block that I just left from. Anyway.
Look, life lessons. These life lessons are fantastic. They're wonderful.
Yes.
But yeah. But all right. So once again, we're just gonna say we're gonna holler at y'all. We're gonna salute y'all. All that other stuff. Bid y'all adieu. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. Get the fuck on. Peace out.
Bye. This was fun. So yes, thank you so much. I will of